Have you ever wondered why some people seem to walk through life with an unshakable peace, even in the midst of chaos? What's their secret? Could it be that they've tapped into something far greater than themselves? A supernatural power that sustains them, guides them, and empowers them? Today, let's uncover this secret together as we dive into one of the most profound and transformative aspects of the Christian life: prayer. Discovering the power of prayer. Imagine a young woman named Anna. She was struggling. Her family was falling apart, her business was on the verge of collapse, and her health was failing. In her desperation, she found herself alone in her living room one evening, whispering a simple prayer: "God, if you're real, I need you now." What happened next changed everything. That night, Anna experienced a peace she couldn't explain, and in the days that followed, her circumstances began to shift. It wasn't immediate or dramatic at first, but little by little, she saw doors open, relationships mend, and strength return. Anna had discovered the power of prayer, not as a last resort, but as a lifeline. So, what exactly is prayer? Let's start with what it's not. Prayer is not sending God on a mission to fulfill our desires or a vending machine where we insert faith and expect results. Prayer is a two-way connection with God. It's about aligning our hearts with His will, seeking His presence, and inviting Him to work in our lives. Prayer is the ultimate act of trust. It's saying, "God, I don't have all the answers, but I know you do." It's releasing control and embracing faith. The Bible is filled with stories that reveal the incredible power of prayer. Moses prayed and the Red Sea parted. Elijah prayed and fire fell from heaven. Hannah prayed and she bore a son who would change the course of Israel. And Jesus himself prayed, showing us the importance of staying connected to the Father. Prayer isn't just for ancient times, it's for you and me today. When you pray, chains break. Prayer can shatter the habits and addictions holding you back. Mountains move. Prayer gives you the courage to face what seems impossible. Peace reigns. Prayer brings calm to the stormiest seasons of life. Now you might be thinking, "I want to pray, but where do I even start?" Start with praise. Begin by acknowledging who God is. He's not distant or uninterested. He's your loving Father. Thank Him for His goodness and faithfulness. Confess and align. Open your heart and confess your struggles, doubts, and fears. Ask God to align your desires with His perfect will. Ask boldly. Jesus said, "Ask, and it will be given to you." Don't hold back. Pray for healing, guidance, and provision. God loves when His children come to Him with faith. Listen and surrender. Prayer isn't just talking, it's listening. Sit in the stillness and allow God to speak to your heart. Trust Him with the outcome. Now you might be thinking, "I want to pray, but where do I even start?" Start with praise. Begin by acknowledging who God is. He's not distant or uninterested. He's your loving Father. Thank Him for His goodness and faithfulness. Confess and align. Open your heart and confess your struggles, doubts, and fears. Ask God to align your desires with His perfect will. Ask boldly. Jesus said, "Ask, and it will be given to you." Don't hold back. Pray for healing, guidance, and provision. God loves when His children come to Him with faith. Listen and surrender. Prayer isn't just talking, it's listening. Sit in the stillness and allow God to speak to your heart. Trust Him with the outcome. Let's hear about Jake, a father who prayed relentlessly for his wayward son. For years, Jake saw no change, but he didn't stop praying. One night, his son called saying, "Dad, I gave my life to Christ." That call was the result of prayer, a reminder that God is always working, even when we can't see it. Or consider Maria, who faced a life-threatening illness. Doctors had given up hope, but her church family gathered to pray. Today, Maria is alive and well, living proof that God hears and answers prayer. Prayer without faith is like planting seeds without expecting them to grow. Faith activates God's promises. When you pray, believe that God is not only able, but also willing to move on your behalf. As Hebrews 11:6 says, "Without faith, it is impossible to please God." Prayer isn't a one-time act, it's a way of life. Set aside time each day to connect with God. Create a prayer journal to track your requests and celebrate answered prayers. Surround yourself with others who pray. You'll be amazed at the strength that comes from praying together. Who in your life needs your prayers right now? Is it a struggling friend, a broken family member, or even yourself? Don't wait. Start today. Whether it's a whisper in your car or a cry in the stillness of night, God is listening. As powerful as God is, He cannot act on prayers you don't pray. He's given you authority through His word, His name, and His blood. Use it. Pray boldly. Ask for the impossible, because with God, all things are possible. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep praying, keep believing, and never forget, the best is yet to come. God bless.